is in power at the moment, and they can take action. And the question is what will they do for consumers right here, right now?
So many questions. The Energy Secretary, Ed Davey, is expected to make a common statement on the inquiry into the energy market later on this morning, and he joins us right now. Very good morning to you. Thanks very much for joining us. Given what you've seen today, do you think you pay a fair price for your energy bills right now?
Well, clearly the competition authorities don't think that. When I set up this assessment, it was after quite a lot of work trying to make the markets more competitive. We've deregulated them after inheriting the Big Six from Labour. So we've seen a lot of new independent companies coming in to compete with the Big Six. But we felt things weren't going fast enough. So we got frustrated. So I asked Ofgem to make this competition assessment, and I strongly welcome their proposals. I hope all parties are going to back this. It's important that we do allow the independent experts, the competition authorities, to get on with this work while we keep working day in, day out to get a better deal for consumers.
I mean, one of the things we spoke to Ofgem earlier, say they found evidence of them coordinating behaviour. What are you most concerned about that you've seen and in this report?
Well, Ofgem set up 5 reasons why they think things aren't working well enough. They reserve their judgment. They want to do more detailed research. They want the Competition and Markets Authority to do that research so that we can ensure that consumers are getting the best deal. People are worried about high energy bills. That's why we've taken £50 off the average bill through reducing government costs. It's why we have really pushed switching. We've saw just the last 2 months, 40% of the people switching energy companies have not gone to the Big Six. They've gone to the independent suppliers that we in the coalition government have encouraged and brought on. So we are making progress. We'll continue to do that, but I think we need this investigation to really get to the bottom of what's been going on.
Many people at home will think, you've done the inquiry, Ofgem's had the inquiry, it's now going to go to another one, to the Competition Markets Authority, which could report in 2 years' time. They will want to know what is happening in the meantime.
Quite right. That's why we acted before Christmas to reduce the government policy costs. So we got the average £50 off. The chance in the budget by freezing the carbon price floor. They've helped energy-intensive industries and indeed everybody actually. And our policies to promote faster switching, we'll have more to say on that later this year. We'll help people get the benefits of competition. We've got a policy coming out next month to help the most vulnerable in society who are really struggling. We've already introduced something new called the Warm Home Discount, which takes £140 directly off the bills of the 2 million lowest income households. So we're very active to help people. But one of the things that you find in government is when you've got these big companies, these big markets, you need to ensure that you have the experts in to delve deeply, to make sure that there's more transparency, more openness, and they aren't hiding things away. So we'll be very active, as we've been, on consumers' side during this review. But this review is important because I think it will establish once and for all the truth about the energy markets.
And so many people, again, will be thinking, you know, another 2 years, another wait. We've been speaking to Caroline Flint from the Labour Party talking again about this freeze on bills and that they say there could be emergency legislation. People at home will be thinking, my bills will continue to rise while this investigation goes on. What can you do right now?
Well, we've done more than Labour. We've taken this £50, average £50 off people's bills through taking government policy costs off the bill. We've made switching faster. So people, by switching to these independent suppliers, just look at the best buys out there. They can save £100, £200, £300. So much better than freezing the bill. People can actually cut their bill because of the work that we're doing to promote competition. But the fact that we aren't complacent, the fact that we want to go even further, shows how committed we are to try and tackle this problem. We're not going to just sit back. We're going to do work every day to help people. And one of the things that we're doing, which isn't being mentioned in this debate, is helping people save energy in the first place through energy efficiency, through the energy company obligation, forcing the Big Six to help people insulate their homes better. I'm going to be announcing soon new incentives from the Green Deal to help people, again, insulate their homes so they don't have to pay for energy because they'll be saving energy. So both by promoting competition as fast as we can and by helping people be able to afford energy efficiency measures in their home to save the energy, that's how we're helping people now.
Ed Davey, Secretary of State for Energy and Climate Change. Thank you.
Let's see, time now is 8:38. Victims of domestic violence are routinely being failed by police forces across England and Wales, according to a report out today. The HM Inspectorate of Constabulary criticised poor evidence gathering and said there was an alarming and ineffective response to victims' complaints. The Home Secretary, Theresa May, has called the report depressing and is calling for urgent action. Police chiefs acknowledge that changes need to be made.
The Deputy Prime Minister, Nick Clegg, and the leader of the UK Independence Party, Nigel Farage, have taken part in the first of two televised debates about Britain's future in the European Union. Ahead of the elections in May, they discussed the Human Rights Act, immigration and the potential economic impact of leaving the EU.
Following the debate, Defence Minister Anna Soubry gave her reaction.
Look, this debate is not actually really of any relevance at the moment at all. The real question is who can deliver what I think the British public want, and what they want is the opportunity to have a referendum.